Hi, this is James from Tabletop Gaming Guild. I'm going to look at the 2 to 6 player game Gap, and it's going to be published by Arcane Wonders. In this game, you're going to be trying to race to get a set number of points. Whoever gets to that number of points first is going to win the game. Let's go ahead down to the table here. I'll show you how easy this game is to teach and play, and then we'll come back and I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, so this is the game of Gap. In the game of Gap, you're going to be trying to be the first to meet a set number of points. The first person to do that will win the game. So, a couple of things in setup. If you are going to be playing with 2 players, you're going to remove any 2 colors. So it would be 20 total cards from the game. If you're going to play 3 players, you're going to remove 1 color from the game. If you're going to play 4 colors, you're going to use all the cards. In addition, when the round gets set up, you're going to deal out 6 cards between 2 and 4 players and 5 cards for 5 to 6 players. Now, they recommend that for a short game, you're going to go to 15 points. For a medium game, you're going to go to 30 points. And for a long game, you're going to go to 70 points. But you can set whatever point threshold you want in the game. So let's say we're playing with a huge player count, so we're playing with up to 6 players. Here we're only going to deal out 5 cards, but if we were going to play with 4 or less, we would deal out 6. So I have my cards in here, and these are the only cards that I get for the entire round. Now what I'm trying to do in this game is I'm trying to get these symbols here. There's a lot. These are very shiny cards. We're trying to get these symbols here, and I'm trying to get the most of them, because what's going to happen at the end of the round here is I'm going to score up 1 for each of the largest number of symbols I have and subtract 1 for each of the ones that I have of the lowest count. And you can tie, so I can tie for the most and I can score all those points. But let's get into how you play and then I'll get into scoring. So here I'm going to take a look at my cards. You wouldn't show them, but let's say I played this 8. If I played this 8, I get all matching cards. In this case, it's just an 8 here, and I put them in my scoring pile and flip over another card. The other thing I can do is I can go for adjacent. So if I play this card here, I'll get 1 of the lower number. There's 2 1s here, so I'm only going to get 1. And if there was a 3 here, so let's say this card was here, I would, let's get rid of this one, put that one there, I would gain that too. But if it, like I said, if there's multiple ones, I still only get 1 of the adjacent numbers, and those would all go into my scoring pile. Players will take turns doing this until they run out of their cards. So the other option that is in there is that you can play a card here that doesn't match anything. So let's say I played this 3. If I played this 3 here, I would just set it in between some of these numbers, and you can readjust these so they're in order. And that card would just stay on the board. I wouldn't pull any cards back. So again, the only way you pull cards back is you play a color that matches. So if I played this 7 here, not color, number, I'd pull both of these 7s. Or I play something in between. So if I had this 2 here, I would get the 1 and the 3. And like I said, you're going to continue on in turn order, each player playing 1 card until you're out of cards. Then the round will end. Then you're going to ignore the numbers on the cards because they don't matter anymore. And you're going to group all these different symbols here. So this would be an option of a very bad hand at the end of the game here, because I would score 1, 2, 3 points for my highest set here. But then I would subtract 1 point each for each card in my lowest set. So here's tied with 3, so that's negative 1, 2, 3. So I have 0 points. Another thing I could have done is if I had this going, so let's say I didn't have this 8, I would tie for the top. So here I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I would have, so that's 6 points. And then my lower would be tied for 1s. And I'd have negative 2. So that would give me 4 points. And that's basically how scoring will go. You're going to go until you hit your target number, and the person with the most points wins. If there's a tie there, you can decide to play another round or just have a friendly tie or just keep going. So that is how simple it is to teach Gap and get into the game here. Let's go ahead up to the table here and I'll give you my final thoughts on Gap. Okay, so that was Gap. Component quality, these cards are amazing. They have like a little foily finish to them, so they're all nice and shiny and they look really, really cool. I do think this game is going to probably get a lot of play, so this might be something that I end up sleeving just to extend the life on it. But this is at a really great price point too, so I might just rebuy the game. So this game is going to probably go into my collection. Not a lot of games make it in there, but it's a fun little compact game that is really easy to teach and really easy just to play between games or just have as a fun family night. So that's my thoughts on Gap. Thank you for watching.